LD2K here.
And I'm Alexis Morgan. This is a 2K TV interactive special, so get your trivia hats on and get ready to earn some extra VC.
Are you ready? Let's get started. This episode of 2K TV Interactive is presented by HBO Max.
If you're a fan of basketball and 90s TV, you're probably going to do quite well on Interactive this week because we're talking The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I love that show growing up. So let's get started with our first question. In the famous Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song, where was Will?
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks. Well, among the league's deadlier weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said, "You're always in control of the situation with that move. It is pretty effective." Portland's Damian Lillard said, "It's a tough off-balance shot, so it takes a lot of work." But
thanks, David. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Jarrett Allen. And it's Okoro in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Harrell, and it's Cook in at the point guard position. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin.
Big group substitution here for Cleveland. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Allen. Cody Zeller comes in for Kevin Love. Nancy's checked in for Colin Sexton. And it's TJ McConnell in for Garland. Rejected by Gasol.
This guy, the defensive anchor, Marc Gasol, twice on the pipes.
And that one's good, Junior.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Pass to Cousins. Takes the 13-footer. Back to McConnell. Tries again. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that one's good by Davis.
And Coach can thank Junior's vision for this one. Watches how the floor is moving and spots the open man.
Well, you think about Marc Gasol. This is a former defensive player of the year. Obviously, he's not the star or the focal point he was at the peak of his career. But this guy still impacts the game at a very high level.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's McConnell. Tight defense on him. Down low, and Nance kicks to Okoro. Here's McConnell. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Normally, he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's McConnell. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Gorgui Dieng's checked in for Gasol. And Cotton subbed in for Anthony Davis. It's stolen by Carter Williams. And pushing it up Los Angeles. The Lakers again in transition. And it's Cotton missing. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Okoro. They can't stop the run with that one.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And you can clearly see Junior is still accustomed to fighting for every inch. Every game, every play, he's out here giving his absolute all.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going into the break with a 10-point lead. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back right after this. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in Toronto, Kawhi Leonard.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for, and how competitive he is. I mean, I don't need somebody to bang his chest or like scream or like be one of those guys to know if you're competitive or not. Like, I think that's the way he is, and I respect that. And he's actually a really good, teammate and vocal and speaks when he needs to speak.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Zhang. Junior's out there with Carter Williams. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Cotton in at the 3 spot.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Working close, find a way to score.
Junior the pass to Zhang. Carter Williams against Zeller. 6 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Zeller's got his first bucket of the night.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, and I hate to call them role.
So it's the Los Angeles Lakers, 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. DeMarcus, you guys have had chances, but you haven't taken advantage of those chances. What do you say to the team?
That's something I've been preaching on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities, and we got to do something with it. So hopefully we can keep them missing shots, and we can get something out of it.
We'll see what happens in the second half. Thanks, DeMarcus. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. Juniors checked in for the Lakers. The Lakers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
That's good from Cook.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
On the court for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Okoro. And it's Allen in at the center position. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The open look here for Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Here's Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist in this one.
Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed passes.
LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
That one goes. Count it.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And James throws it down.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Checked in for the Cavaliers. Kevin Love comes in for Nance. Love finds Allen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, 1 step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
They've got Junior, and it's Kaycock in at the 4 spot. That's the Laker 5.
And the tenacity of Junior's inside play goes right into the defender to get a foul and put the shot up.
He hits the second from the line. 58 seconds left in the 4th.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And Cotton pulls it down. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Newton passes to McCoy. Inside. Second shot opportunity. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owners, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Through the back, Louis V on my back. Sharp as the tack, these shoes cost me a rack. I say, let's see sending them back, and don't feel like I'm winning. I need me a plaque. Live life like a lineman, I need me a